We actually left off with this debate between Aiko and Present Sunday. I still have to finish the segment, okay? Basically, Present Sunday, one of Steven's biggest snarkers and enemies, and he despises Steven. Meanwhile, Aiko, Present Sunday's like brain dead, like weed brained orbiter. Okay, they got into an argument about whether or not the Connor allegations are credible or not. Okay, and ironically enough, I believe that Present Sunday is basically taking Steven's side in a way, right? Basically saying like all of this is hearsay, all of this is completely like weak in terms of evidence. Like there's nothing showing anything, right? And I believe that Chud Logic says the same thing. I believe that Chud Logic also believes the same thing. So to be very clear, Present Sunday basically took the side of Chud Logic. Okay, so that's what's going on in specifically this VOD, and obviously, because Aiko is brain dead and is like literally negative IQ. She believes it. She believes it completely off of hearsay, completely off of inconsistent testimony, inconsistent narratives, like changing of the narratives, contradicting stories and whatever. And she decides, okay, well, this must be a really correct narrative or whatever the fuck. It's so stupid. Anyway, yeah, let's finish this. Okay, let's go.
Showing that an argument.
And maybe by the time we finish this, Connor would have a debate with Darius, and then we'll cover that. Okay. Aiko smoked herself retarded. She might actually just simply be retarded. Actually,
Argument is flawed.
she's a little special. Okay, she's a little special. All right. Okay. Okay.
Or untrue, right? It may be refuting a claim. It would not be, for example, a disavowal. Disavowing a claim is not refuting it. So she is disavowing a claim here. Now you made a reasonable slow down. Please let me finish. You made a reasonable conflation between refute and disavow, right? Or some other word, which is very reasonable. A lot of people do in these spaces. It doesn't mean you're dumb or whatever. It's very common. I do that all the time with things. Dumb people do that a lot more often. And sometimes, for example, they conflate words like exaggerating and extreme and so on and so forth.
The act of saying or proving that a person is wrong or false.
Yes.
You don't have to prove it. She said if you say that that's what she's saying.
Are we actually taking a digression to defend your use of refute?
You're the one that brought it up.
I was bringing it up as an example.
Yeah, as an example of what to undermine what I'm saying.
No.
Like, by the way, this is like Present Sunday actually like trying to be good faith. Okay. What's so fucking funny is that like this is when you can tell when Present Sunday is like acting and trying to appear over the top and trying to be like a theater kid because I guarantee you Present Sunday is just like me. Okay, we're both theater kids. Okay, we are both theater kids. I've never been in theater. Okay, I've never been in theater club or anything like that, but it's the theater kid energy. Okay, it's the theater kid queer Pride Month theater kid energy. Okay, all right, I have that. Present Sunday has that. Okay, but you can tell when he's actually being genuine here. He is being genuine here. Okay, he is actually trying to convince her because Aiko is his friend. Okay, but anyway, Proto Man, thank you so much for the $5. Yeah, so like Sunday is really trying here, but yeah.
I'm saying that just like you can use words in an inaccurate way, so can Britt, who is deeply mentally unwell, and we cannot be, for example, deriving from the explicit diction here, like a concrete statement about it. This is why, by the way, even though I'm saying...
So exaggerating.
Please, stop. This is why I am saying very explicitly, her saying, exaggerating, super edgy, and she thought it would be funny because it's self-destructive. She is saying it as a joke. I am not therefore saying that it was a joke. She could be lying, right?
She did say...
As you said.
You did... This is not her saying it's a joke. We're just... Okay.
She's saying she did it because she thought it would be funny.
When I think... Okay.
Present Sunday's position can be boiled down to something very simple, okay? All Present Sunday believes is that if someone has contradicting testimony within a short period of time, aka like a few months, right? If someone has contradicting testimony on the same exact story in a short amount of time, and everybody has contradicting testimony, everybody has contradicting narratives and stuff, then you can't make any kind of conclusion. You can't make any conclusion that can go after Steven for something, and you can't make any conclusion that doesn't go after Steven for something, right? Or vindicates him or anything like that, right? Like basically what Present Sunday is saying is that the fact that we're taking this seriously, even though this literally looks like in every single way it looks like a honeypot or whatever the fuck, right, means that we can't fall for this in case it's a trap. That's essentially what Present Sunday is saying. But Aiko's not having it because to Aiko, at the very least, right, this is like new Destiny content. Now you have to keep in mind that the anti-fans are like hungry for Destiny content, okay? They've been reviewing the same exact Destiny clips, the same exact Destiny logs for years and years and years on end, repeatedly every single fucking day, okay? So the moment that a speck of new Destiny like leak content drops drops, they're hopping on it like a pack of hyenas. Okay. Now for Present Sunday, he's a little bit more cautious because he doesn't want to look like a fool. All right. So he's trying to be a little bit more cautious because he doesn't want to look like that to his audience. Okay. Anyway, yeah, just to be very clear, what's going on.
When I think of a joke, I think of someone saying something that isn't true to be funny, right? That's what I think of when someone's joking.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like, you don't actually think that morale is fucking dogs necessarily, right?
Right.
Necessarily, right? So
Right.
that's a joke when you call him a dog fucker. If
Yes.
you do think that he might be fucking dogs,
Yes.
then it wouldn't totally be a joke.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
well,
so
no,
she
if I did,
that
if
she's
I did.
exaggerating.
Okay, but exaggerating and super edgy, right? Okay.
Saying edgy things doesn't mean that it's not true. People say edgy
But
things
hang
all the
on,
time.
slow down. Yeah, I get that. You're
Yeah, but joking about edgy things does not necessitate like there's an underlying truth either, right? Like for example, the anti-fans joke all the time. The anti-fans utilize this property constantly, right? Like they will frame genuine threats, genuine insults, like genuine like attacks and genuine doxes and whatever the fuck in the frame of jokes. They frame it in a way where it sounds like a joke or it's like a half joke basically, right? Because by doing so, you get to have something called plausible deniability, all right? So when somebody confronts you and says, okay, well, you said something that is unacceptable here, okay? You're doing something that is, you're advocating for something that is unacceptable here. The anti-fan gets to say, well, I'm just joking, right? I'm just joking, right? Perfect defense, right? But now, apparently, when it, convenience, like when it's convenient for Aiko, I guess, specifically in this situation, Aiko is basically saying, well, because it's joking, like, how do you know it's not true? It's whatever, right? But Sunday is actually the more consistent one. He's going, okay, well, this doesn't indicate anything, right? Yeah. I don't know why, but Present Sunday sounds like he speaks without emotion because he is without emotion.
fixating on little bits and you're ignoring the bigger picture here. And the
I
bigger,
don't see the joke part.
you are inserting gotchas, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not. I'm
are.
I
I am very pointedly not engaging in debate tactics with you. You were doing
Wait,
that
I'm
with
sorry,
me.
you cut out.
I am very deliberately not engaging in debate tactics with you.
True. He is not. So for people who haven't watched me watch this, up until this entire point, Sunday is not doing his average like bad faith debate tactics. Okay, like usually most of the time, like Sunday does pretty bad faith, like Andrew Wilson like debate tactics. But yeah, does he have an antisocial personality disorder? Well, I mean, he's like a robot pretending to be human, right? Yeah.
You were doing that with me. I'm trying to explain.
I mean, isn't that like with people with like high amounts of autism kind of are? The more autistic you are, the more robotic you are, the less you're human.
Things. You are actually actively impeding my ability to finish sentences and raising the heat of the conversation for no reason. Okay. What elements of the email to Mr. Girl admit of differences in degree? What would be extreme versus less extreme? What does that mean? Because I'll give you an example of one way in which that might make sense grammatically, right? So let's say, for example,
Our Present Sunday isn't Vosh's split personality. They sound so similar. Present Sunday was a Vosh orbiter. He split up with Vosh over the lollygate shit.
That someone said Steven is into young women. And then someone said that differently with italics. Steven is into young women. And then a second sentence. No, I mean Steven is into young women. Like that. Okay. There you go. Difference of degree. The first one could be people 10 years younger than him. The second one could be people 12 years younger than him. The third one could be people 25 years younger than him. And this is really important because
I mean, the first one could be too. It's all, when you say young, okay, I'm sorry, please. Continue.
Okay. If you said the
He's like trying.
middle one, but you meant the first one, then you, or rather, if you said the middle one, but the first one is more accurate, and you know that the implication is going to be like whatever. And we know a lot of people on YouTube, for example, do this. They'll talk about like, oh my God, that person's dating someone who's like in their early 20s and they're in their 40s. Wow, people do that all the time. You can then go from that. It's like, oh, I was exaggerating. I meant young, but not like that young, right? And there's specification there. Okay, in this case, there aren't statements like that. There aren't statements where it's like, oh, this admits of differences of degree. The statement is very explicitly like they had role plays where they were godparents to each other's literal children. That's the statement.
Step-parents molesting their
Step-parents, whatever, sure. So, okay.
And pictures were sent.
All right. So I got to tell you, I got to ask you.
Thanks, Aiko.
That is
Thank
what the
you,
husband
Aiko.
says.
Great, Aiko. Good for you.
Oh, I have not seen evidence of this. Maybe it exists. I have not seen evidence that this actually transpired. The husband has said this.
Yeah, okay.
The husband has said this. This is a claim.
Okay.
It may be true, but we don't know that. It's a claim.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. What would it mean for them role-playing, to retain the identity of them role-playing as step-parents to each other's children? What would it mean for that to be less exaggerated as opposed to more exaggerated? What would that mean? And the thing...
What would be like a more... if this is the exaggerated version, what do you think the non-exaggerated version could be?
You're asking a different question now. This is actually really important. We need to maintain focus here. The reason why this matters is because unless we have actually identified specifically what part of the email is being referred to here, if she is referring to a situation that is simply by default unacceptable, like by default, there isn't a better version of this. It's you're either in it or you're not, right? You're either fantasizing about each other's children, you're either role playing about each other's children, or you're not. There isn't a more benign version of that. That's not exaggeration, right? So that wouldn't be exaggeration. That would be being super edgy if it was false. That would be the explanation for that. So if you're dumb and you think exaggerating can mean the same thing, and people do that, well, here's a problem. That means that by going by the literal writ of what she said, she's saying exaggerating. Oh, well, that means that they actually were doing that just a little bit less. That would lead us to a false conclusion, potentially.
Are you saying that she used the wrong word?
I don't know.
I'm saying is that what you're saying could be? She could have been using exaggerating wrong?
I am saying we don't know what specifically this refers to. Yep. So therefore, it would be mistaken to use the fact that she used the word exaggerating to take it that the content of that email contained truth about those particular claims. Because we're implying that, oh, well, it's a matter of degree, so it must have happened a little bit. Otherwise, it would be an exaggeration. It would be a falsification. She might not be using that word correctly. Am I making sense?
Yes, but I think it's unreasonable to assume that she is using exaggerating wrong. Because, yes, there is no...
He's asking Aiko to use, like, 200% of her brain to understand what he is saying when she is entirely motivated not to understand what he is saying. No, you have to understand that, you know, if you, like, 20 times 0 is still 0, okay? If Aiko's IQ is 0, it doesn't matter if she's, like, trying 100 times harder, right? 100 times 0 is still 0.
There is no lesser non-exaggerated version that would not be extremely fucked up and unacceptable, right?
Yeah.
So she's saying exaggerating.
Aiko and Connor should talk. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're perfect for one.
She's downplaying it by saying exaggerating, right? But there has to, like, she's not saying that none of it's true.
Well, she's not saying that any of it's true either.
She's talking about in its totality. She's not specifying any part of it.
Okay, but that doesn't work.
No, how does it not work? She said intentionally exaggerating and super edgy. She didn't specify where.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Her not specifying where does not license us to assume or infer that therefore she's talking about the thing as a totality. It is possible.
There's no part of it that's okay, that's acceptable. Like zero
amount. Literally,
but hang on. Right. So any of it is true but exaggerated. You're going
back to the thing we just agreed. So if she's using exaggeration,
we're not. It's hard to get into the mind of a.
We're assuming she's a. We don't know.
No, age play, whatever. I'm being loose with it. Okay.
But also okay.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be pretty loose with the term PDF, I guess. Yep.
Look.
What's your take on Zionism? I think it's reasonable. Like, if you want like a safe haven for Jews in the Middle East, then by all means go for it. Just don't destroy everybody around you.
I kind of do textual analysis as like my thing constantly. So one of the things that's really important is that you don't make undue inferences off the basis of stuff that seems intuitive, because there are certain kinds of things that are really convenient to read into, and they supply you with all the tools you need to justify it to an unattentive third party. But that if you're actually interested in, at the very least, not covering over what actually happened, you need to be really on guard for. So when she says, I was intentionally exaggerating and super edgy, we need to be very careful that we are not putting too much weight on intentionally exaggerating when the statement actually as a whole could be not I was intentionally exaggerating, but I was intentionally exaggerating and super edgy, because in her vernacular, those two sentences together mean exactly one thing.
No.
This was for shock value.
No, exaggeration. There's no
You're coming
alternative.
Back to, you're ignoring what we just said.
I let you talk. What I'm saying is, and I cannot, unless she is completely a fucking idiot that doesn't understand. Everyone knows what exaggeration is.
Okay,
Everyone.
You say so.
Who doesn't know what exaggeration means?
Who doesn't know what refute means?
I know what refute means.
What was she refuting with this? All right.
You know, the fucking background airflow noise is just fucking perfect, okay? It really perfects the office atmosphere of whatever is going on here. Like the awkward silence, do we like anyone to call? No. They're both hardcore Destiny anti-fans, okay? Hardcore Destiny anti-fans. But yeah. But I believe that airflow is like the whistle that's coming in and out of Aiko's brain, okay? Like out, like in one ear, out the other, all right? Yeah. I think that's where the airflow is coming from.
Why is my camera still covering the entire... Oh, it's because I've got Discord on still. All right. There.
Oh, I can hear saliva sounds. Dude, put on a filter, please. Wait, where did Aiko go?
What does refute mean? Jesus Christ. Refute essentially means you are rebuffing a statement by someone else, right?
She disappears so abruptly.
So one of the problems here is that when you're dealing with stuff like this, especially with people who are potentially mentally ill, but just in general, you need to really triangulate like specifically what is being said about what. Otherwise, you're kind of going off on flights of fancy about, well, just about whatever seems intuitive to you. And the problem is like we don't have a holistic grasp on the situation.
True. True. He's just true. Yes.
Extremely condescending sounding Sunday. If you don't mean to be, that probably great. So yeah, well, we're adults, so kindly get over it, bluntly. Like, genuinely, get over it. If I'm seeing things that are being said that are not justified, or if I'm seeing things being implied or portrayed in a way that suggests that we have sort of fixed a conclusion prior to the adult view, I always understand the kind of viewpoint is conservative brain. What? I don't know what you're talking about. What, mate? That is unintelligible to me. I'm sorry. Sunday, you overstate the truthfulness of the after the fact DMs of Destiny. I didn't state their truthfulness at all. I seriously, I am appalled, just frankly, at the level of, I don't have a polite word for this. I'm going to be blunt with you. Were we born yesterday?
Retarded. He has a lefty audience, so he probably doesn't want to say retarded.
Genuinely. Were we born yesterday? You overstate the truthfulness? I didn't state the truthfulness at all. I didn't state the truthfulness. Are we idiots? Are we idiots? Someone said something and someone said something else, therefore one of them must be right? What? Are we children?
Whoa. Whoa.
Unbelievable. You ignored there's corroborating testimony from Leilana. What do you mean corroborating testimony? What are you talking about? This is still just words. These are words from crazy people.
Uh-oh.
Did you lose the bet? I have no idea. This was weird.
Just for a moment, just for a tiny itty bitty moment, Sunday sees the truth of the space. Okay, just even just for a moment. Okay, Sunday strikes me as somebody who is like, oh, I'm not like the other Entei fans. I'm actually a cool Entei fan. Like that's essentially what he's trying to go for. I think he's like, no, I'm not like the other Entei fan. I'm like different. I'm different. I'm like a cool Entei fan.
It's like every single party to this conversation has an axe to grind. Every single one. So what you do is you do things that cause people to offer more. That's it. I think the situation is pretty clear. FC doing pedo shit.
I'm being told that ever since Stale became like one of the admins for Darius's Discord, the Melting Pot, Stale has already proved his competence by doing all of the tasks that are necessary to make the Discord a better space. So yeah, if there's any one thing he's good at, it's internet Janny. But you know what? That's not bad.
Playing mentally a woman to sweep for him, classic Epstein stuff. Well, actually, it's a little bit more complicated than that because the woman.
I'm pretty sure Stale was like fucking taking shots at me in DG chat, like out of fucking nowhere. But okay.
Is being accused of it. This is the material issue here. The woman is being accused.
Who has better hair? Sunday or Stale? Are you fucking kidding me? Sunday by a long shot. What? Stale should just shave it all off at this point.
By a man of who she is divorcing.
You better be joking.
This is while the man is very angry about this person's relationship breaking up with his wife because of her relationship to Destiny. Right there. Messy situation. You cannot simply assume that any party there is giving an honest account. You can't do that. You cannot assume that.
What the fuck is he fiddling with? Origami?
That's what I still disagree with, putting someone in a high-pressure situation to get them to slip up and admit things.
What?
Does it feel more reliable? The point is not that it's more reliable. The point is to see if anything is said that actually casts doubt on stuff, because you can always do this. Did you mean to say that? This contradicts this thing you said back here. Did you mean to say that? And they can walk it back, or they can not, and sometimes they don't walk it back. And that's important, because that tells you that this person has a susceptibility to tell untrue things. And now we'll never know. We'll never know. And we've done this before, bluntly. And it's like, this is what sort of thinking, bluntly, got Anne of War demonized for years.
Oh, God.
This is the sort of thinking that actually feeds into, like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, he's now trying to tie it back. He's now trying to tie it back to Destiny and stuff because he has to reassert the fact that he's an anti-fan.
Also, CPS is actually involved now. Both sides are going to lie. We don't know. Like, I wasn't, to be clear, this is very important to understand. I was not saying I think the husband is motivated by revenge. We don't know this man. We don't know what he's motivated by. Sunday.
Yeah, Biggest Ops wouldn't even bite. Listen, okay, you know something is wrong when Hassan doesn't even bite, okay? Hassan is like terminally in the drama space, okay? In fact, Hassan probably watches like half of my streams at this point.
I understand this isn't beyond a reasonable doubt level of evidence, but there's a preponderance of the evidence. At least there is no preponderance of evidence. There's literally nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing here at all.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Destiny's purpose in leaking those to cast down the woman. Exactly. Exactly. Well, not just the woman. It's actually to cast doubt on a whole number of things. The woman is casting down on the woman in those DMs, arguably. Destiny's purpose is to cast down on testimony derived from claims coming from the woman, right? There's literally no information here.
You mean a response, right? Like, you mean a proper response, right? Like, it's so stupid, like, the way that he phrases things. Like, yeah, so this is, like, Destiny trying to cast doubt upon the woman, trying to frame them wrong. You mean responding to allegations? What?
There's nothing. And I gotta tell you, okay, I despise Steven as a human being.
Wow, that's news to me.
It chafes me to refer to him as a human being. You cannot.
Bro, rent-free! Rent-free!
You cannot.
Rent-free!
Allow your hatred for somebody to license you to jump on dogpiling someone who thus far cannot defend themselves.
You literally did that for the Pixie video, but okay. I mean, that was the video that started this whole entire thing, by the way, okay? For those of you guys who are wondering.
And the reason why we were freezing up there is because this entire bit of pageantry was to the end of making the husband look like a poor little victim and the wife look like a she-devil. And maybe she is. But we don't know that. And who... We don't know who is the victim in this case. We don't know who is the villain. We don't know if everybody is. We don't know if nobody is. We don't know. We know exactly one thing, and that is that this is being leveraged right now by a creep show who hangs around with and is trying to get revenge on somebody for dissing him in public.
Is he talking about Steven or is he talking about the anti-fans? Because I'm genuinely not sure anymore. Like, he could be talking about Doobie. He could be talking about Steven. He could be talking about, it's so funny. Mr. Girl, exactly, right? Like, he could be talking about anybody, right? Like, the thing is that, like, dude, it's so funny whenever anti-fans do this, where they're like, oh, this person was this person was this person. It's like, okay, you have no idea how little that narrows it down.
Go over some more evidence then, like Connor's call with the husband? Sure, let's do that. Let's go over the Connor's call with the husband. I feel like that's probably a good idea. I don't have any bad blood towards Echo. That was just extremely frustrating because she was obviously getting very frustrated, but I like, you can't drop some things. You can't drop that.
I really needed to hear that gulp.
And by the way,
By the way, I just gulped just now. You guys didn't hear it on my mic, okay? Even though I'm sure that some of you guys would love to hear me gulping.
The reason why I wanted the husband to call in is because the husband is levying the accusations. So the husband has chosen to make this a thing. This is the husband's choice. So
Yeah, but this is also the husband walking everything back, right? Like, the husband also walked everything back, which is exactly why it's even more stupid, right? Like, what is he gonna call in about? He's gonna call in and he's gonna be like, yeah, this is completely nothing, right? Okay, great. So it's even more inconsistent now. So how could you form any kind of conclusion from anything ever? Like, oh yeah.
I want to hear the tenor of how he portrays it. I want to get a sense of this guy. I want to see what happens when he tries to recapitulate previous events. I want to see the tenor of how he talks about his wife and their relationship. I want to see how he talks about Destiny. I want to see how he talks about his own relationship with Destiny. I want to get a feel for what this person is like, because that will tell me things that pertain to the information at hand, but aren't identical with it.
I need to stop.
Okay, where's the frickin' link? Here we go. So is the call in this? Is the call in that video? Does Devil call in this thing?
What
Oh my god, I would love to see his reaction to this.
is your understanding? Because obviously we had a conversation.
Okay, here we go. Is it here?
Yep, no problem. Brother, I'm just tired.
Begging you to add a black tint, something to chat. Okay, fine. Let me see if I can do that, okay?
At least what I think is relevant.
No promises.
Devil is trying to move on. Spurs and 7 OKC fans are started.
But never denied it. Out about that happened.
What's
Everybody's
engaged?
yeah. What?
All right, Devil's ready.
Here we go.
Devil,
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me move you to a position where chat can see you. Not like see you, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or actually, do you just want me to keep it on audio only?
Yeah, whatever you need to do. I definitely don't want to face reveal.
Okay, then I'll do audio only.
Oh, God.
So, I've asserted that Britt engaged, based off of your information, by the way.
So that's the evidence, okay.
That Steven and Britt engaged in age roleplay, step-parent roleplay, involving your family's children.
So that is all of the evidence. It is just this guy's claim. It's this guy's claim who's talking to Connor.
Back in the day, like November and last year.
All right.
Is-
In terms
is
of
that
age play
true or
stuff, I mean, that's pretty much out there. Everybody's saying that. That's pretty much. But in terms of the Mr. Girl stuff, if I could talk about anything, I guess. From what I understand, she played up a lot.
Leilana corroborates it. Were you not paying attention? Were you just like deaf for the last hour? Where does Leilana corroborate? She doesn't corroborate anything. I haven't seen any corroboration. Do you mean in the email by Mr. Girl? She says in the message to Destiny that was exaggerating and being edgy because she thought it would be funny. Are you for real? Seriously?
Of that, because she was like watching Mr. Girl at the time and blah blah blah, and when she wrote in, she elaborated a bit. Is my understanding and what she's telling me. I don't have any direct knowledge of that stuff.
When I sent messages to Connor, I looked at Connor's document. Let's look again.
Jack, thanks so much for $2. Present Sunday's hairline's running away. Days.
So this is the husband. This is the husband. This is the husband. Brit Discord. Brit Substack, like Mr. Colin. Britt confirms age play. Okay, here we go. Just saying, previously did tell me you guys that age play is something because I'm aware guys are attracted to me. Okay, so this is her looking young. We literally only age played one time and I initiated it and didn't want to do it anymore. That's why I've told them every time you use it against them. Okay, that doesn't say they're involving their kids. I don't really care what people think about me, but he has people wanting to kill him over those accusations. Max is just one person. There's nobody to know who all these people in the Telegram group were. Okay. So 1 week, me and Steven were talking about sexual stuff and feet and mild dom subtype stuff, like nothing crazy, super problematic. Then we had 2 weeks of just normal conversation about normal stuff. Sexual stuff, normal stuff. And then I was babysitting and sent pics of me and my niece because I had baby fever and she's a cute baby with cute baby feet. Like I didn't post them, but I sent them to the parents of my friends and the parents of my family and don't care who I show them to. And someone got screenshots somehow and tried to make it look out of context like we were talking about that. And then I sent them and it just freaked me out that someone could be so sick about something so normal. I'm sorry. And right after I sent the pictures, I said I have such a breeding kink, which made it look worse, but that didn't have anything to do with the kid, bro. I was making a joke about him knocking me up because we're always joking about this is a conversation between people who are sexting each other and they're also sharing stuff about their life in the meantime. This is not the same thing as involving those 2 things together.
Oh my god! Ding 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 ding! Woo! Got a winner. How does he do it? How is it that an anti-fan? This is the person who kickstarted the whole Pixie drama, by the way. I just want to say that this is the same person who kickstarted the entire Pixie drama, okay? Like, this is the guy. This is the guy that ruined Steven's life, okay? The same guy who ruined Steven's life is now making the most understandable arguments possible. Like, how? Why? Life is strange, okay? Life is quite strange sometimes. Sometimes our enemies become our saviors, and sometimes our saviors become our enemies. Just like Thrax said, okay? Just like Thrax said in Invincible, it's strange. In a way, you have saved us, right?
Married couples, okay? We'll talk about, look, he said his first word, I can't wait till you get home. They are not involving the kid in that. Their lives are intertwined in such a way as both those things enter into conversation. They are not connected with each other. Feet allegation from former friend who saw Brit DMs. Just to be clear about the pictures I was about, they were in bathing suits and pictures zoomed in of their feet in the water. Sand, Jesus Christ, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is a former friend who saw Brit DMs. Allegation, former friend who saw Brit, I don't know, this means nothing to me. I don't know who this is. Plans to visit. Now, CounterPoints says he's pretty spicy in our DMs. I'm pretty sure he just didn't want to be portrayed as a criminal because, like you said, he loves his kids too much, doesn't want to be incarcerated. Right. So the husband is a psycho from CounterPoints' point of view, it seems. This is about the Groiper stuff. I don't care about that, except he's untrustworthy still. So that's the same difference. Because
former friend, lol. Lena was never my friend. Gotcha. No, I know. That wouldn't even make sense, actually.
Groiper, by the way, can be a victim, believe it or not. And here again, look. He's always been pretty crazy, like worse than me. He was experiencing some type of neuropathy and I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was driving me insane. I don't know if she's saying that incorrectly or if he was dealing with neuropathy and that made him difficult to deal with. But neuropathy is like when you have like a pinched nerve.
It's just so
that's neuropathy.
Beautiful.
So it's like, I don't know. It sounds like she's kind of dumb. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Ouch.
It's hard for me to even have normal relationships for being around him for so long. He made you think he was all perfect, but he's not. He's a convicted arsonist. We saw this. I'm not seeing any evidence here that corroborates the claims against her. I'm seeing literally nothing. You guys cannot just jump on this shit. Like, critical faculties, please, for fuck's sake.
I mean, Sunday, this is your audience, okay? I mean, Sunday, this is your audience, okay? Like, this is your audience, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, there's nothing in this document. There's nothing in this document. Who's the asshole who said, look in the documents there?
Oh.
Embarrassing.
Wow.
Embarrassing for you.
Hold on.
I said it's a preponderance inference. Why do you keep strumming? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You don't even know what preponderance means. Preponderance of evidence means you have nothing determinative, but you've got so much around, just so much. The sheer weight of all the evidence makes a conclusion impossible to avoid.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Or very difficult to avoid. Or a conclusion very, very reasonable seeming. That's a preponderance of evidence. You have nothing. Literally nothing. You have literally nothing here. You're an idiot. I said it's preponderance inference, bro. Why do you keep trying? You don't know what any of these words mean.
You are just an idiot.
Cite your source in that definition.
That's crazy.
Preponderance, evidence, definition. Very well. The dictionary. Preponderance of...
I mean, like, I am doing it correctly, just for the record, okay? Like, I haven't messed up so far. Like, these are just the steps that you have to take. That's it.
The evidence. The standard proof in most civil cases in which the party bearing the burden of proof must present evidence which is more credible and convincing than that presented by the other party, or which shows the fact to be proven is more probable than not. Let me spell it out for you in dumb speak. You have a lot more proof that this thing happened than would be, so it would be unreasonable to make an assumption that it didn't. Jesus Christ. So dumb. So dumb.
So
what's the
Call in. Firestone News, you're going to call in now.
what is your understanding? Because obviously we had a conversation in November.
yeah,
And I think
December,
that
yeah.
you told me something almost identical to what Britt wrote into Mr.
Here, let's get a legal definition. Cornell Law School. Preponderance of the evidence is one type of evidentiary standard using the burden of proof.
Perfect. It works. Look, now you can actually see the text better, right? Look at that. Now you can see the chat better because now there's a dark background, even though there's like a bunch of light in the background. Now you can actually see the words. Great.
Analysis. Under the preponderance standard, the burden of proof is met when the party with the burden convinces the fact finder that there's a greater than 50% chance that the claim is true. This is the burden of proof in a civil trial. In Kark versus Kark, never heard of this. The Superior Court of Pennsylvania noted that preponderance of the evidence is defined as the greater weight of the evidence, i.e. to tip a scale slightly, is the criteria or requirement for preponderance of the evidence. The court held that preponderance of the evidence is such evidence as leads a fact finder to find a contested fact to be more probable than its non-existence. Did you understand that?
Wait.
Was that difficult for you? I'm trying not to be abrasive here.
Good.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Call in.
Oh.
Call in or ban. That's the rule.
Girl. So
Right, but she never told
where was that
me-
coming from?
She never told me like the parts about him or her being.
Here comes Sunday with the steel chair. Okay. Uh-oh, Sunday challenging the anti-fan narrative. Oh, yikes! Yikes, Sunday. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, now it's even better. Okay, I think now I lock into place. Good.
Turned on by him actually doing it IRL. Like none
I
of
saw that Star Fox thing. Thank you, Elite Eater.
that was ever mentioned. It was always just, hey, this is a thing that happened one time. He didn't really want to do it, but I kind of wanted to do it, and we both felt bad about it and didn't do it anymore. That was the story she gave me, but never denied it happening, of course. But that was like, it wasn't this ongoing thing, supposedly, from what I know. But like I said, I'm just going off. I never saw the logs between them.
He never saw the logs between them.
It was mostly like on Discord, etc., or whatever, her stuff. So
The person living the accusation never saw the logs.
I'm 100% just going off what she told me.
Yep. Now, Devil, I'm a
It's like hearsay of hearsay of hearsay. But you'll know that like he'll say like, oh my god, yeah, so I take everything back.
do something rude. Okay.
All right.
All
Okay.
right, I'm gonna disconnect this call and I'm gonna point something out to chat. Okay. So
I don't know why anyone would lend anyone the story to lead in their narrative preference over another person, because people hate Destiny. And the worst part about it, what makes this very difficult, is that people have a very good reason to hate Destiny. He is a hateful human being.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. All right, when I come back, I'll probably be wearing my jacket, but we'll see. All right. Oh shit, I don't want to miss this. It's very funny to see, like, it's actually like fucking hilarious to see like Sunday figure out everything in real time. Like the way that he like processes the information. Like, yeah, I'm so stupid. Okay, 40256. 40256. Okay.
That's not enough. And here's the thing, maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't care because Destiny's a hateful human being. And you want to know what? I'm sympathetic to that. Except for the fact that amidst all of this, this woman is being dragged through the mud. And
True.
I do not see justification for it.
True.
I do not see justification for it. I see one man's word, and
Sunday defending woman? Sunday defending woman? Is this real? Is this for real? Okay, we are back. Okay, I'm getting baited. Okay.
a whole lot of people demonstrating they lack the critical faculties to track how that one man's word is being laundered by being talked about in boom, 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 all these weird places. And it's being the fact that all of this is coming from a single guy making a single claim is being completely obscured. Because look, Connor's got a document of evidence. His document of evidence is DMs with the woman that establish nothing of what the husband says, and the husband making claims about the woman, and they're in a divorce. And there's a lot of bad blood, and the person making the document happens to have the same target of hatred as the husband. Potentially. We don't know. We know nothing about this. All we know is that every single person in this has a motive to lie. Doesn't mean they did, but every single person in this call, every single person in this conversation, every party to it has a self-interested reason to not tell the truth. And the reason why I was fighting with Aiko is because Aiko was losing the plot, to be blunt with you. Aiko was not a stupid person. Aiko was actually pretty smart. I think Aiko was allowing... I'm trying to think of a way to say this while maintaining a tone of respect here, because I actually do hold Aiko in high regard. Aiko has a tendency to be defensive of people. I can't speak, I'm so fucking tired. Aiko has a tendency, Jesus Christ, to be defensive of people, and she will often be defensive of the first person to come to her if they are portrayed in a sympathetic light. She will attempt to be caring and so on and so forth, and I respect that. The problem here is that sometimes people who are predatory will do the rounds first to proactively seed the ground so it's against the other person, right? And so one of the reasons why it was becoming more and more important for me personally to push back on this and to really emphasize that we are not being critical enough here is that the tone of the conversation was allowing the woman exclusively to be dragged for this. And there is not enough evidence to justify that. Full stop. There is not enough evidence to justify this. This is why I asked, why is he in your chat? Why is he here? What is his motive? See, if I was in a divorce, even if my partner was, like running off with another streamer or something. I would never make this a matter of public spectacle. If there was something illegal going on involving children, I would involve the police. I may even involve a lawyer. I would never, ever, ever approach a streamer about this. Because if I'm approaching a streamer about this, that says something. It means I'm not after the things that, you know, a lawyer or a cop can do. I'm after the things a streamer can do. And a streamer can do nothing except drag the other person socially. That is exactly the entirety of what we are able to do. One of the reasons I like to talk to people is that it gives them the opportunity to show us who they are.
Devil wrote to me immediately before calling in. I can call in, but I'm going to downplay everything. I'm actually even going to go ahead and omit a detail so I can save Devil a little bit of heartache. Here you go.
Well, Connor was the one to bring this up. The husband was trying to blow things up last November. Yeah, but he also called in now into this stream. That's another good point. If it involves pictures of your children, you don't want to blow that up. You don't want to talk about that. And you know what I don't see? I don't see emails between, I don't see messages between Connor and Devil going like, hey, don't talk about this, dude. This is serious. It's, I'll come on to talk about it, but I'm going to downplay it, okay? This guy is extremely untrustworthy. And it's not enough to just say, oh, well, of course, everyone's untrustworthy. Now let's drag the wife. Can't do that. Can't do that. That makes you complicit.
So no offense, you dumb cunts, but everybody's lying.
Win Connor. It feels weird to show the downplay message. No, he's pointing out that everybody is being disingenuous. This is actually the only responsible move Connor has made in this entire call. This is the only responsible move Connor has made in this entire thing.
So, once again.
Because we'll get people to assume that whatever is true is much, much worse. No, it would just be disadvantageous for Devil Knight. Assuming the part that was omitted was even true. If he's willing to lie to us, he's probably willing to lie to Connor, right? Stands to reason.
This, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So don't worry. You want the evidence? I got you. I got you.
You got us? Where? Where's it coming up? Oh, the evidence that they're all lying? Is that what the evidence is?
Nah, I'm good.
The kids are supposedly young teens. This will inevitably get back to them, and all these small streamers will have ruined their lives. I mean, probably people will move on by then. So you think it's more likely the woman's wife is mentally ill and lied to her husband in November and then lied again? We don't have the statement by the wife. We don't have the statement by the wife. We don't have anything. We have nothing. Again, there has been no statement from the wife. We have Connor's documented evidence. Like what is being referred to here? I'm here. Let's take a look at this. So Ilana is the friend, right? Or is Ilana Destiny's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend?
When I was a young boy. Sorry. Hey, I'm back. I'm wearing my, I love my new scarf so much, okay? Typically, I'd never wear one scarf 2 days in a row. Like, I never do that. But like, oh, I just love this one so much. It's so comfortable and it's so nice looking and everything. It just, oh, it's so aura farming, you know? And I also tie my hair back and everything. Yeah, yep. Okay, 3 more doses. That's fine. Wait, 3 more doses is, wait, hold on. 3 times 8. 3 times 8 or 27. Okay, I need 2, right? Yep, 2 and 1, 2. There we go. Perfect. All right, awesome. There you go. Oh, sorry, where did I leave off? 402.56, right? Guys, don't forget to donate. Give me money. 402.
Out to chat. Okay. So
I don't know why anyone would lend anyone in the story to lead in their narrative preference over any other person, because people hate Destiny. And the worst part about it, what makes this very difficult, is that people have a very good reason to hate Destiny. He is a hateful human being.
Oh. Okay.
That's not enough. And here's the thing, maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't care because Destiny's a hateful human being. And you want to know what? I'm sympathetic to that. Except for the fact that amidst all of this, this woman is being dragged through the mud. And I do not see justification for it. I do not see justification for it. I see one man's word and a whole lot of people demonstrating they lack the critical...
Yeah, you know, the reason why this is so funny is because Sunday has actually, like, by the very act of releasing that hit video on Destiny and Pixie and the sex leaks and stuff like that, Sunday has actually dragged, like, people through the mud, okay? Like, downstream from it, lots of women got, like, fucking harassed, right? By the anti-fans. The anti-fans basically gained a leg up. Yeah, didn't he leak the stuff? Yes, yeah. So he is like the person who is, like, responsible for D-Day, okay? Yeah.
Faculties to track how that one man's word is being laundered by being talked about in boom, 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 all these weird places, and it's being the fact that all of this is coming from a single guy making a single claim is being completely obscured. Because look, Connor's got a document of evidence. His document of evidence is DMs with the woman that establish nothing of what the husband says, and the husband making claims about the woman, and they're in a divorce. and there's a lot of bad blood, and the person making the document happens to have the same target of hatred as the husband.
I didn't say woman correctly. Woman?
Potentially.
What?
We don't know. We know nothing about this. All we know is that every single person in this has a motive to lie. Doesn't mean they did, but every single person in this call, every single person in this conversation, every party to it has a self-interested reason to not tell the truth.
It's like Game of Thrones or something. I don't know. I never watched Game of Thrones.
And the reason why I was fighting with Aiko is because Aiko was losing the plot, to be blunt with you. Aiko was not a stupid person. Aiko was actually pretty smart.
No, that's a lie, okay?
I think Aiko was allowing... I'm trying to think of a way to say this while maintaining a tone of respect here, because I actually do hold Aiko in high regard. Aiko has a tendency to be defensive of people. I can't speak, I'm so fucking
Aiko has a tendency to be fucking retarded. Gotcha, Sunday. Thank you.
tired. Aiko has a tendency, Jesus Christ, to be defensive of people, and she will often be defensive of the first person to come to her if they are portrayed in a sympathetic light. She will attempt to be caring and so on and so forth, and I respect that. The problem here is that sometimes people who are predatory will do the rounds first to proactively seed the ground so it's against the other person, right? And so one of the reasons why it was becoming more and more important for me personally to push back on this and to really emphasize that we are not being critical enough here is that the tone of the conversation was allowing the woman exclusively to be dragged for this. And there is not enough evidence to justify that. Full stop. There is not enough evidence to justify this.
For the record, okay, Britt was absolutely dragged through the mud for all of this, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a fact.
This is why I asked, why is he in your chat? Why is he here? What is his motive? See, if I was in a divorce, even if my partner was, like running off with another streamer or something, I would never make this a matter of public spectacle. If there was something illegal going on involving children, I would involve the police. I may even involve a lawyer. I would never, ever, ever approach a streamer about this. Because if I'm approaching a streamer about this,
True.
that's
Exactly. I like how Sunday is coming to his own conclusions. Oh no, he probably followed chances are he probably followed Logic's takes, maybe, like after watching it.
says something. It means I'm not after the things that a lawyer or a cop can do. I'm after the things a streamer can do. And a streamer can do nothing except drag the other person socially. That is exactly the entirety of what we are able to do. One of the reasons I like to talk to people.
And sometimes, and you know what? I'll throw people a breadcrumb, okay? And sometimes dragging somebody socially is more devastating than dragging somebody through court, okay? Like I would wager that the losses Stephen has suffered in the public court of opinions far outweigh the actual monetary costs he's going through and the emotional distress he's been put under as a result of the lawsuit. Yeah. Like for example, I think a lot of the distress 100% comes more from the court of public opinion side than the actual court system, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty important to point out because winning a court case is not everything, okay? Because if you're a public figure and you're engaging in a legal battle, over the course of the court case, you're going to be losing perpetually until the court case is finished. Until the court case is finished, your credibility, your reputation is going to be dragged through the mud the entire time.
Is that it gives them the opportunity to show us who they are.
And like the opportunity costs of Stephen missing out collaboration collaboration opportunities, having friends not talk to him anymore, like having any kind of romantic interest essentially harassed by the anti-fans because they've gained a leg up, right? Ever since the lawsuit dropped, right? All of that stuff, everything, like all of that is not specifically court related. It is purely public reputation related, okay? Which is why it's kind of a hard concept for people who don't really have a public reputation to grasp, like if you're not a public figure, because you have to understand that the most important fight is in public, not the private one. The private fight is whatever, okay, at the end of the day, right? Yeah.
Devil.
If you lose the court case, but you win the court of public opinion, you have won. You have won because whatever you lost during the court case will 100% be won back over the opportunities you'll get, over the bonds you will forge, over any kind of bonds you'll make, and like over the work you'll do because people like you. Okay? Yeah.
Wrote to me immediately before calling in. I can call in, but I'm gonna downplay everything. I'm actually even going to go ahead and omit.
That seems like just choosing not to reach out for collab. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean,
a detail, so I can save Devil a little bit of heartache. Here you go.
Connor's so stupid for this, man. Why did he do this? He's so.
Well, Connor was the one to bring this up. The husband was trying to blow things up last November. Yeah, but he also called in now into the stream. That's another good point. If it involves pictures of your children, you don't want to blow that up. You don't want to talk about that. And you know what I don't see? I don't see emails between, I don't see messages between Connor and Devil going like, hey, don't talk about this, dude. This is serious. It's, I'll come on to talk about it, but I'm going to downplay it, okay? This guy is extremely untrustworthy. And it's not enough to just say, oh, well, of course, everyone's untrustworthy. Now let's drag the wife. Can't do that.
Oh.
Can't do that.
Oh.
That makes you complicit.
So no offense, you dumb cunts, but everybody's lying.
Win Connor. It feels weird to show the downplay message. No.
This is like Connor's white whale. Destiny is like Connor's white whale. Connor is just Ahab. He's just Captain Ahab.
Oh, he's pointing out that everybody is being disingenuous. This is actually the only responsible move Connor has made in this entire call.
What?
This is the only responsible move Connor has made in this entire thing.
So,
Is by disconnecting him?
once again,
Because we'll get people to assume that whatever is true is much
No. Wait for it. Wait for it, Sunday. He's coming back.
worse. No,
okay?
it would just be
Wait for it, Sunday. He's coming back.
disadvantageous for Devil Knight. Assuming the part that was omitted was even true,
Do not exit.
He's
the
willing to lie to
stream.
us.
Please
He's probably
do
willing to
not
lie to
exit the
Connor.
stream.
right? Stands to reason.
I have to see his reaction. I have to.
This-
I have to.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Okay, Gaylord.
So don't worry. You want the evidence?
Yeah.
I got you.
Wait, hold it. Hold on. Ba, 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 ba. Ah, I'm comfy again.
I got you.
You got us? Where? Where's it coming up? Oh, the evidence that they're all lying? Is that what the evidence is?
Nah, I'm good.
This is.
The kids are supposedly young teens will inevitably get back to them, and all these small streamers will have ruined their lives. I mean, probably people will move on by then.
Who?
So you think it's more likely the woman's wife is mentally ill and lied to her husband in November and then lied again? We don't have the statement by the wife. We don't have the statement by the wife. We don't have anything. We have nothing. Again, there has been no statement from the wife. We have Connor's documented evidence.
Okay, just to be very clear, do not give any statements, okay? Because remember, this was because I know you're listening. This was 13 days ago, okay? Things have drastically calmed down since then, okay? 13 days ago. Things have drastically calmed down since then. Do not give a statement. Do not give them the content you crave. No statement will convince anybody, okay? Statements like and replies and stuff like that implies that people will actually regard it in good faith. No one in this entire space will regard it in good faith except for me, okay? No one, because they've already got their narratives. If the statement disagrees with them, they'll counter it. If the statement agrees with them, they'll support it, okay? There's no use to it, okay? There's no use, all right? I know. Good.
Like what is being referred to here? I'm here. Let's take a look at this. So Ilana is the friend, right?
Huh? No.
Or is Ilana Destiny's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend?
Ex-girlfriend. Unrelated.
And by the way, we got to be extra careful here, because Destiny did something with the End of War case that's very similar to this. So we need to take this with a grain of salt as well. Really important that we do. When the End of War stuff came out, when Mr. Girl had his document, he immediately published DMs between him and End of War that made the statement that End of War gave to Mr. Girl seem incredible. And here's the thing, it's possibly true. It's possibly true. But the problem is that this, we don't know one way or the other here. We just don't know.
Air fryer.
She's saying the ex is pissed because he asked Karn to drop it. I have not seen the ex asking Karn to drop it. I cannot get over like assuming, like just reading anything into this except, and here's the thing, maybe it's untrustworthy, but I feel like I'm being fucking gaslit. I was like 4 days no sleep and you weren't mentioned and it was supposed to be anonymous and I was intentionally exaggerating and super edgy because I thought it would be funny. I was super self-destructive. I didn't even think of that being brought up because it was anonymous, holy shit. I thought it was hilarious at the time, but looking back it was the dumbest thing I've ever done. We can't get married, they're all going to say rough each other's kids. Like, she is saying to Steven that the email was exaggerating and super edgy because she thought it would be funny. You are not licensed on that basis to go like, oh, well, obviously it was completely true, and now she's downplaying it to the one person who knows that she's lying for sure, if she is. Doesn't make any sense. The angle where this is untrustworthy now on that basis is because maybe Destiny coordinated it, because he seems to have potentially done that in the past, but we don't have proof of that either. We're going off of we're making a guess here.
What?
We literally have no.
Well, I mean, like, obviously that would be obviously a little bit too convoluted and conspiratorial, right? I mean, the thing is that, like, I'm saying this because I'm not a part of these Snarkers anymore, but, like, obviously that's, like, so fucking conspiratorial, but...
Information. I'm scrolling through stuff to see if I missed something.
Like what he's saying is like, oh yeah, it could be the case that Destiny told Brit to say all of this so then they can screenshot this and then put it out there.
It's possible, but I'm not seeing anything. All I see is the email that was sent to Mr. Girl, a statement to Destiny that the email, like talking about how the email was exaggerating and super.
Okay, so Brit in KickChat just said, for the record, he didn't lol. Afterwards, he was like, can I post this? And I said, yeah. So, yeah. So, according to Brit, at the very least, no, it's not, like, it's obviously not pre-planned, like, obviously. Is that Kayron from Epic 7? Yeah, Kayron shows up in Chaos Zero Nightmare, and Tenebria is actually coming out soon. Tenebria is coming out in 5 days. I'm pretty excited, just mainly because, like, Tenebria has always been a villain in Epic 7, but, it seems like Kayron has been, like, turned into a good guy of sorts, and I'm kind of excited to see where they take Tenebria, because I've always wanted Tenebria redemption arc, but...
as a joke, because it was funny.
She's mommy. Bro, she is girlfriend sized, okay? Alright? It shows that you don't need the boobs, okay, to be girlfriend sized. Okay? Anyway.
And I'm trying to find anything here that proves that slants this information in a different direction. But I'm hearing a lot of third parties saying he said, she said. There is nothing here. There is literally nothing here. Mm-hmm. Like, look, we have this statement by a friend, okay? We have this statement by a friend of the wife, apparently. What the fuck? Oh, it's the wrong button. Shit. We have this statement by the wife, or by the friend of the wife. Or the friend of someone. Just to be clear about the pictures I saw.
Dude, not fucking CounterPoints soying out. Oh my lord. Fuck CounterPoints, dude.
Thought it was her daughters at the river in bathing suits and pictures
So
zoomed in with their feet in the water
cringe.
sand. Jesus Christ, yeah, sorry, it's been cringe. This doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like, oh yeah, I got this from another person. Okay, great. Just like, fuck me, I guess.
Like, what we don't know what she saw, or if she saw. We don't know. People jumping on this are stupid.
Yep.
This is a stupid basis for demonizing this person.
True. All true.
See the
Okay, alright, Brit, for the love of God, do not reach out to this guy, okay? This guy is actually insane, okay? Okay, well, I'm saying this to another insane person, because I think you're insane, okay? But, like, I'm telling you right now, okay? This guy's not on your side, okay? This guy's crazy, okay? Anyway, yeah, don't do it.
rest of this.
Just keep your communications between me and you and Steven, okay? That's it, alright? Just keep it that.
Monstrosity. Hang on.
Bishop, sorry, Brit. Talking to Brit. She's watching.
I have to reshape this again. I am a professional. I know what I'm doing. Okay.
I'm good. So, if y'all want it, I'll start working on a PDF.
I'm saying
I'll blank out
Phrasing.
the messages as much as I can in order to eliminate
Is Present Sunday defending Destiny? That's right.
information.
Does he call back in?
Now, Devil, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this exactly once. You and I spoke in November. You made some extreme allegations against Brit. I wasn't able to make heads or tails. That Mr. Girl email
Oh, it sounds like he's back there. Okay, hang on.
fine, but I'm not helping you self-sweep.
It sounded like he
Hello?
called back in there. Oh, there we go.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Now, Devil, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this exactly once. You and I spoke in November. You made some extreme allegations against Brit. I wasn't able to make heads or tails. That Mr. Girl email sounds identical to the messages, or excuse me, to the allegations that you were making in November.
Yeah,
I have on my screen right now. I can, but I'm going to downplay everything. So if you want to talk to me about what really happened, then I'll be happy to talk to you. If you want to fucking bullshit me about what's going on, I will literally just take all the screenshots of all the messages that I have between you, me, and Brett. I'll remove your guys' personal identifying information, and I'll release it on Twitter, because that's what you wanted to do in November.
By downplaying did not mean that I was going to lie. Simply meant that I'm not going to go into all the details, specific details that could get me and my family
Doesn't know what downplaying means, or is trying to pretend he doesn't know what downplaying means. You see how this gets very messy.
personally fucked up. Because, that seems like a sensible thing to do. Now, I will talk to you and I will tell you. Like I said, leave the logs if you want. But I had no knowledge of some of the things she said in that email. And from what I understand and what she told me...
Then why didn't you tell me the exact same thing that was in the email in November?
What did I tell you in the email? Like, I have screenshots. I can go pull it up.
You
I don't
told
know exactly
me,
what I
I'll
told
tell you exactly what you told me, because I still got screenshots. So you
All right.
told me in November that Brit and Destiny were role-playing as parents in reference to molesting their own children. You also told me that they role-played as your children.
Okay, but specifically, like I said...
That's actually additional content that wasn't in the email to Mr. Girl. She didn't say that they role-played as their children. Should they role-played as step-parents to each other's children? I don't believe she even
Brit, is that light mode?
said they involved the children in it. That was just a part of the scenario.
You are crazy.
I don't like that. But Devil here has an additional feature to the story, that they role-played as the children. That was not in the email to Mr. Girl.
In terms of downplaying, I mean, I'm going to give you... I'm not going to try to, like...
Okay, we need to talk about the Brit light mode Discord allegations. Yikes.
So did that happen or did that not happen?
That is what I was told. I have no direct evidence of that.
See that now that's the most heinous. That's the see that is FBI reportable. Okay, Discord light mode. That's a
He didn't even see it. So, there is a third vector of information here. He was told this.
yes. Like Sunday's realizing in real time how stupid it is, and it's actually so fucking funny to watch. Like I find this like endlessly entertaining to me. I love how Sunday is like, okay, well, you're telling me that Devil Knight got hearsay from another person who supposedly saw it, and Devil Knight's hearsay got passed along to another person who is also doing the hearsay. So it's like hearsay of hearsay of hearsay, right? So he's like realizing in real time just how fucking retarded this is and how many layers of like it's a game of telephone, right? It's a game of telephone, and he's like, this is actually so fucking retarded. You already react to the stream of Connor and the husband? Well, yeah, I'm watching Sunday's reaction because I think Sunday's reaction is actually significant because he is quite significant in my opinion. Actually, how long ago was Connor's stream? Like 2 weeks ago. We're in 2 weeks. Hey, I gotta farm content. Okay, come on, man. Gotta earn my paycheck.
Is it conceivable that the wife was also told this and that was the basis of the email?
Besides, it's for a good cause, okay? All right? I'm just, if I'm going to defend Brit and defend psychos or defend whatever, all right? I'm like, and be like the lawyer in the court of public opinion. Might as well get paid for it, right? Give me money. Come on. I'm waiting. I'm not going to wait forever, okay?
Edgy joke. She told him? I don't see any evidence that she told him anything. Who said she told him? Did he say it?
Public defenders get paid very little, by the way, in IRL court.
That I do not know.
So you don't have the videos or screenshots, but Brittany said that happened to
In comparison to the average private lawyer, okay?
you.
I mean, Brittany told you the same thing, didn't she?
She did.
But look,
well, actually, hold on. Brittany downplayed it,
Downplayed
and
what?
she said that they did babysitting fantasies.
Okay. This is very important.
It says, we didn't roleplay as the teenagers, for the record, lol. We just roleplayed as teenagers in general. Oh, okay, you're saying that you didn't roleplay as the kids. You roleplayed as kids in general. But, like, the kids were completely out of it. It's not related, right? That's what you're saying. Yeah, it's a nothing burger. Exactly.
She say they did babysitting fantasies in which one of them played the role of one of their kids, as in their IRL kids, or were they doing a babysitting fantasy in which one of
Yeah, and according to Brit, it's kids in general, not the IRL kids. But not like it matters, okay? Not like it matters, but
them was a kid. These are different. One of them is involving IRL children. One of them is a weird kink between adults that does not involve IRL children. I don't like either of these. I like one of these significantly less than the other one. And these are very important because involving their kids in this is a very different thing than simply fictionalizing a case where one of them is a kid.
how is he just correct? Sunday's blowing away my mind right now. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Like, I'm actually awestruck. I'm unironically awestruck by Sunday right now. I'm actually impressed. Ironically enough, one of Steven's biggest enemies would end up defending Steven in the long run. Even though it's like a very backhanded defense where he's saying like, oh yeah, I know that Steven's a horrible person. I know that Steven is like, he has to like hedge for his audience, right? Even though he had to hedge for his audience, not bad.
Well, that was
So
my understanding.
so hold up. To be clear, what happened is you told me exactly what was in the Mr. Girl email.
Fucking hell.
Then Britt told me that they just did babysitting fantasies. I wasn't able to make heads or tails of it. The only reason why I was going public with this is because Britt wrote Mr. Girl telling me what you told me.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, but they're different though, Connor. You can't. It is terrifying. It is terrifying being someone who reads stuff and pays attention to things and being surrounded by people who don't. It is legitimately terrifying.
Britt, I'm just gonna delete that kick comment you make because you're divulging too much detail. That is too much detail, okay? All right? All right, careful. Don't give out too much details, okay? Like, because in a way, when you say too much via kick chat, all right, some things you should just keep to yourself. Trust me, I'm doing this for your own good, okay? I am. I really, really am, okay? Now, don't step on rakes like this, okay? Also, if that is true, by the way, Britt, if what I just read was actually true, I think you should report it to the FBI just in case. If you do actually suspect that, they've done that, okay? Yeah, careful. You don't want to give them any more details to latch on.
I didn't know, well, I don't know everything she told you either. I've never seen y'all's logs or y'all's conversations, but I just know what she told me, and she told me that happened once.
Did you show any evidence that she told you that they were role-playing their own kids?
And never happened again. And if downplaying it is just telling the truth about what she told me, I mean, I don't think I said that they were doing it constantly either. And I shouldn't have even gotten into all that personally, but
You think?
I was, crashing out at the time, is what it is. By the way, I called her a schizo.
Why are you crashing out?
By the way, I called her a schizo earlier. She's not a schizo. She is.
She is a schizo. Source, me. Yep, she is a schizo.
Okay. let me tell you a little secret. I'm
How many of the background books do you think I at least read? At most 2.
not always right because I'm smart. I'm always right because this stuff is really fucking easy when you follow any sort of methodology and you don't just jump the gun because it feels good. I'm right a lot.
She does have BPD, but she's not a schizo.
Come on, now you're copying my shtick. The whole like, oh yeah, I guess that this was right. Fuck you.
Just gonna clear that up.
You're not special, bitch. Sorry.
Psychotic symptoms such as hallucinations or paranoia occur in roughly 20 to 50% of people with BPD.
Not online pop psych. Whatever, it's in our favor, so.
Just FYI.
That's funny. Why were you
She's still an
crashing out?
adult. She's still an adult. She can still do what she wants. You know, it is what it is.
Why were you crashing out?
Oh, because she had an affair with Destiny. I mean, among all the other shit, you know, pretty obvious.
Okay, did Destiny know you were married?
I don't even know if that's public knowledge or any of that.
Oh my god.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, I didn't even know that was in contention.
Sunday, while we're at it, when are we getting that essay about BPD girlfriends? Nietzsche and the BPD woman? I should do that next week. That's you know what? I should do.
Was this on a booklet? Who the fuck knows? I'm just a lone warrior, like wondering how after I'm finished with all of this drama, I sighting back out. I never existed in this space. All right. Got opinion. Everyone does. Everyone has opinion. I know you have it. That's how opinions work. Are you a conscious human? Let's continue.
Do that. I should do that soon. I'll have it for next week. Good call.
It's not in contention. The reason, okay, let me tell you what I'm trying to do, Devil. What I'm trying to point, let me tell you the picture that I'm trying to paint. The picture that I'm trying to paint is,
That's wrong.
you came to me in November and you said that they role-played as step-parents, that Steven received pictures of your children that were not in a sexual context, but he still knew what they looked like. They role-played...
Oh, okay, so he said the pictures were not in a sexual context.
Stepmom, stepdad sexual fantasies in which the children were being molested. And then they also role-played as the teenagers themselves engaging...
I just want to say that Devil Knight was also like supposedly sexting with Steven too. Okay. Yeah. Did you forget that Steven's bisexual?
in an underage sexual tryst, and that was so fucking disturbing to you that you wished you could destroy the...
Well, according to Britt, okay, she could be lying. Okay, she could be lying. Okay, according to Britt, I don't want to put my credibility on this, so I'm gonna put it on Britt's credibility. Okay, whatever that is.
online personal and professional reputation of Destiny.
I mean, fair.
That's what you told me in November. So is that accurate or not?
At the time, I definitely did want to destroy the online personal reputation of Destiny. That's true. Yeah.
Okay. And was my description of what you told me in November accurate or no?
I don't remember if I said exactly like that. Like I said, I'd have to pull it up. But I mean, I was pissed. I pretty much just told you generally what she told.
They weren't sexting? Oh, sorry. I take it back. They weren't sexting. Sorry, I was under a wrong impression. My bad. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. I just sent him content. Okay, wait, so he's into it. Yeah, this stuff gets more unserious day by day. Oh.
Me. Who knows? Like I said, I really need to go back and look at it. It's been so long. I'm trying to move past it, you know, trying to get my own shit going on, you know, get my own thing together. But in terms
Hey, Britt, would you say you got implicit consent to share Steven's nudes?
of, I mean, like I said, you got the logs. I don't even know why you need me, to be honest. So I don't really personally want to get into too many details. I just wanted to come on to kind of clarify a few things that, like, there was no Telegram group. I keep hearing about this Telegram group. That was a joke that went too far because me and her were arguing and fighting about.
I could never imagine being a part of Steven's sex life. Just having everyone's nudes being spread around. Even if there's no drama, like, I can imagine there's just so much work. There's just so much work to keep track of, like, who you're, like, fucking, who you're not fucking. I was like, oh my god, give me a break. I don't have time for this shit.
Destiny, and I kind of played into it, and I told her that it was bullshit, and I was just being facetious, but she didn't want to hear that, and she called, you know, the whole fucking thing happened, but...
So the thing that you wanted to clarify is that you were not in a Telegram group that was planning Destiny's homicide.
I was not.
I haven't sent anything Steven sent me ever. Me and my ex filmed content to send Steven. Wait, and your ex knew, right? It was going to Steven.
A Telegram group. There was a conversation that happened, and I essentially said, like what you're doing is insane. You got to chill, blah blah blah. Like, you know, you're gonna get way too many eyes on us. Shit's gonna hit the fan at some point. And I was like, you're aware there's like groups online, like Snarker groups that like want Destiny dead, and like plotting his, like know where he lives, etc., etc. Like, do you really want to be a part of that? She was like, tell me more about this. And I'm like, oh no. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not directly involved. I'm just aware of it.
Yes.
And she kept going on. I was like,
then whatever.
She essentially said like, oh yeah, there's a fucking Telegram group. Yeah, they make AI porn of Destiny getting fucking or whatever. None of that was. I never saw any of that. But it's probably out there.
We're all good then. I don't give a fuck.
Did the FBI contact you about that?
I trust this man about as far as I can throw him.
They tried to. I went and talk to him.
Okay.
You know why? You know.
What else do you want to clarify?
I don't know, man. I just want everybody to know that, like, are me and Destiny best friends? No, but I don't hate him now. Like, he's a fucking adult. She is too. He can dig his own grave, do what he wants to, and she can too. It's none of my business anymore. I just wanted to kind of move past this. I know there's a lot of other
This guy's a fucking clown.
people
What? No, he's not. He crashed out. Now he regrets crashing out. End of story.
at risk, blah blah blah. I've heard all the.
Why wouldn't he talk to the FBI? Because he's full of shit. That's why. He's full of shit. You want speculation? I'll give you speculation. I think this guy was really fucking mad that this person was having some kind of emotional affair with Destiny, and he lashed out. There. That's speculation. I don't know. I'm gonna default to that long in advance of dragging the woman through the mud, though. He is going out of his way to endanger his children, to endanger his wife. This is astonishingly stupid. And I'll tell you why he didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk because he was really fucking scared. That's why. And maybe he'll talk to Aiko because he feels like he'll be coddled. I hope Aiko reflects on this a little bit, because there is very potentially a seriously mentally ill woman, like some other people in our personal lives that we have seen go through things, who is being attacked by a man who is aggrieved because he doesn't possess her anymore.
Different things, but I mean, shit, this is destiny. Like, what are you gonna do? A BPD girl wants to reach out.
I'm on the farms right now, because it's actually a good place to find documents sometimes, and I'm seeing people call her and want her to die or whatever, and it's like, there are reasons to assume this about Steven. There are so far not reasons to assume this about this woman, and this guy is doing the rounds, and he's paying money to people to cover stuff in a positive light. He's trying to befriend them, and you cannot allow that distance to close. You cannot do that.
I mean, they're gonna reach out to him. You can't get him. You know, at this point, it's kind of fucking with my life even more. Like, it's been 6 months now, and I'm like, kind of wanting to just. Okay,
so how do you make sense of the email being similar to what the husband said in November? Very easily. The email is not from November. So it also, by the way, does not have all the content of the email that Connor says he received. So how do I make sense of it? I don't really need to, first of all, but let's assume that there's a connection between the two of them. This is something that this guy, this Devil Knight person, has already attempted to turn into drama before. That being the case, it stands to reason that the fact that the story is circulating has already reached her ears. So maybe this email to Mr. Girl, which she said to Destiny, who she would have no reason to lie to, whatever else could be the motive.
We need to go deeper. What if the email is a part of the kink? What if telling somebody else was a part of the kink? I'm kidding, I'm joking.
It could be an op, it could be whatever. She has no reason to lie to Destiny. She said she was being edgy and exaggerating because she thought it would be hilarious because she was lacking sleep and she was being self-destructive. So very likely, very possibly, I should say, she used claims made against her as the basis of the email. Does that make sense? Now, we don't know that that's the case, but we can't assume the opposite is the case, that it was meant earnestly just because, well, we don't have an alternative story. It's possible the truth is just not available to us. In fact, in most cases, that's actually what's going on. But I'll tell you one thing. One of these two people publicized this stuff and told the world that these kids.
I wonder if Connor regrets burning the bridge for this. Oh, 100%. He just can't show it. Are you kidding me? 100%. You're saying after this, his like trust in like the fucking, his trust in everything has like just kind of wavered and shit. Like, okay, yeah, like stupid. It was kind of low. I was trying to bait and flirt with Mr. Girl. I want you to delete your entire internet presence right now. Okay. I want you to log off forever. All right. Hold on. This is what I want you to do. Hold on. You need to stop giving. You need to stop giving more information. Okay, because
Jesus Christ, parasocial! You need to log off! Jesus Christ!
By the way, okay, all right, repeat this video as many times as it takes for you.
Jesus Christ, parasocial! You need to log off! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, parasocial! You need to log off! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, parasocial! You need to log off! Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Okay. Britt, can you just like not give any more details? Period. Just none. Just don't even chat. Okay. I'm gonna end up banning you. I might actually just ban you from Kick. Okay. Because you're talking. Your name is like obviously Britt, and I'm gonna be totally real. Okay. You need to just stop. Okay. Especially if you're drunk. Especially if you're drunk and you're typing. Not good. Okay. And you just need to stop watching my content too. Okay. Like as a whole. All right. Because maybe it's like triggering you to say more things. So I don't want that kind of guilt on my shoulder. Oh yeah. Wait. Relevant. Not relevant to anything but.
Ooh, a clone of myself.
Ooh, a clone of myself.
Oh, this leads to so many questions.
Oh, a clone of yourself. Isn't that pretty cool? I made all of these because I want them to take over Apple.
Okay, sorry.
Kids were involved, and one of them didn't. One of them endangered their kids in the context of the online space specifically. In this context. Now, it's also very possible that the claims are true. We don't know. But this guy's immediate impulse is to.
You aren't crooked, you need help. You're saying you're not a fan of Shadow the Hedgehog fan dub by Snapcube? You realize that's like 10 years ago, right? It's like some of the best humor on YouTube, straight up. Like straight up, literally some of the best improvised humor on YouTube. Like straight up, just a masterclass.
Go to streamers.
Masterclass in improvised humor.
Streamers to highlight that his kids are involved in this. That is not endearing to me. That is not making you seem like a trustworthy person to me. That is not making you seem like someone who has your kids' interest at heart to me.
Move past this shit. Are they DJs?
I understand that, but we're in it, man. You involved me in November, and Britt involved me last week, so we're in it, whether you like it or not. So, did Britt convince you to shoot homemade pornography and then send it to Steven?
No. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that, Connor.
It was his idea. Is that what I'm supposed to draw from this?
Okay. What else do you want to clarify?
Like I said, I don't want to get into like all the different. It's fucking complicated, you know what I mean? And like, as far as I'm
It's actually really not.
concerned, I have. I guess that's all I really need to clarify. I don't know.
This is why I didn't want to call in.
No, man, it just sucks. And I wish people would fuck off and just kind of.
You wish people would fuck off. You tried to involve Connor months ago. You don't wish people would fuck off. You wanted people on this and attacking your wife.
let us live our lives at this point.
Okay,
Not
well,
involved. I
Devil,
don't really want my kids fucking
Devil,
involved in all this shit.
I'll tell you right now, I would have loved for all of us to have moved on and lived our lives. But what happened was Steven was making claims that the Snarkers, fucking Jason, Freeman, whatever, they're responsible for the doxing, swatting, and harassment and threats to his life. Meanwhile, I got you in November saying that you wish you could destroy Steven.
Do these people understand how consent works? No. You have to understand that Connor goes by the Republican version of consent, okay? If I do not consent, then nobody can consent.
His life. And allegedly.
Notably, that doesn't make her more credible. Well, it makes the accusations non-credible. They are from a non-credible source. The claims against her are not from a reliable source. They're not trustworthy. She doesn't stand in need of credibility. That's the upshot here. You guys need to like pay attention to the order of things here, okay? It isn't like, oh, somebody levies an accusation and then it's just a bouncing ball between like, well, is the person being accused credible? It's like, well, no, you need to make sure the accusations are credible first. If the accusations are not credible, everything else stops. Doesn't matter. You got nothing. And it doesn't matter if afterwards, in the wake of those accusations, the person does a whole lot of embarrassing shit. Doesn't matter. But sometimes people recognize that people are stupid. A lot of people are really stupid, and they won't follow due process to come to a conclusion about something like this. So they will see the person do something crazy and embarrassing afterwards, maybe as a stress response to what's being said about them, and they'll go, look at how crazy they're acting. Of course they did it. Which is why
I mean, like, that's literally how the Snarkers take advantage of people, right? Like, they try to make the initial claims be as unhinged and insane as possible so that they're able to elicit a crash out response. And that crash out response enables them to farm them more for drama, right? They have an incentive to keep that person from regaining sanity. They need to keep that person to keep crashing out so that they're able to keep on farming from them. Okay, it's a very vicious, predatory, malicious, evil manner to farm content, okay? Is like the worst way to farm content. Basically, again, right, they try to induce a crash out based off of oftentimes very dubious allegations, okay, in order to farm drama, and that's how these Snarkers earn their money, okay?
people like this will sometimes go around trying to make people talk about this stuff to crazy make the other person, so they win.
I did some pretty fucking extreme things about what he did with your wife.
What the fuck?
And then I got Britt writing into Mr. Girl, identifying nearly identically exactly what you described to me. Then I have Britt contacting me on Friday stating that not only did that fucking Telegram shit fucking exist, but then on top of that, that she is currently in communications with Destiny right now. So for me, I know this sucks. I know that I do not dislike you at all. But what's happening?
I have a question only a person like you can answer. Okay.
Is because you're scared. You're walking back shit that you told me previously.
Yeah, prediction on Connor's recovery path after he sits and realizes what he did. If he says that he hasn't changed, listen, okay? I want you to listen. If he says that he has not changed since he was 21, then yeah, I'm not sure if he'll ever. If abortion is murder, are ultrasound CSAM? Yes.
Obviously, and I'm just gonna release the logs.
Yes. By that logic, yes. I'm not gonna explain why, okay? Because if you think about it for several moments, you'll know.
He did release the logs. We saw the logs. It doesn't show any of that.
I mean, that's fine, man. I'm gonna message you later about some shit. But look, like at the end of the day, these are two adults. It happened one time, according to them. That's what she told me back then too. I got logs with her too, talking about it. And like, she's supposedly, she's in fucking therapy now, man. Like she's trying to get her shit together. And if she wants to message Destiny from time to time, it's not that.
I needed this answered by someone with a bit of authority. My ninja. Authority on what exactly?
Indeed, honestly, I feel like. But yeah, is it fucked up? Yeah, it's fucked up. Would I do it? No. Is it DGen? I think so. But it's nothing ever happened that was technically illegal. As fucked up as it is. And
So this is after their call. Sorry, I gotta do what I gotta do. But that was kind of a dick move, not gonna lie. Is there
Don't you ever type in CSAM XDD in my chat ever again, okay? Why would you ever press enter on a line like that? Why would you CSAM XDD? Stop.
other folder?
I'm trying to maintain peace and harmony in my life as much as I can. And yeah, sure, I don't really give a fuck.
I think this devil guy wanted to blow things up in November, but now wants everything to go away, including his Telegram group and the FBI investigation into him. Possibly. Very possibly. Don't know.
Kill Destiny. I'm sure there's like 20 communities out there that want to kill Destiny.
And it doesn't matter.
Wow. Yep. You know, like, what else is fucking new? He's fucking Destiny. He's Epstein. What are you going to do? Yep. I should have said that. That's fucked up. But yeah, at the end of the day, I have no fucking beef with Destiny. I'm sure a lot of people have valid reasons too, and I probably do too, but I'm willing to live and let go and move on with my life. And I hope that whatever Snarker shit he's gay, fake internet shit he's involved with, I hope that works out for him.
Okay. Well, then anything else you want to clarify before I let you go?
Nothing much. It was interesting being, a bit infamous for a minute. I hope it passes over. Wouldn't recommend, but thanks for letting me call in and clarify a few things.
All right. Good night, bud.
All right. Stay safe. Don't die.
You too.
I want to see what this guy was saying about me in Aiko's chat. That was weird. I didn't understand the defensiveness of this person. Does anyone know where my DMs are posted? The ones from Connor?
How can someone so smart be so dense? Wait, the husband was posting in Aiko's chat? Yeah, things are lost. Fuck that guy. What the fuck?
We were just talking about.
So cringe to take this to streamers. I know. Okay. Wow. Hopefully something like this will never happen again in the future. This is only like the 30th time it has happened. Maybe it won't happen for the 31st time that someone will take their personal family drama to streamers. It's your turn. Well, first of all, I have to have a family first, okay? I need a girlfriend, okay? I need a girlfriend, right? Damn. Baby steps.
Oh, so, okay, so he was in the chat the entire time.
The constant white noise is great. See, the thing is that lots of people actually enjoy white noise, so I'm not sure whether or not you mean that ironically or unironically.
And look at this. Look at these comments. Sounds like she's trying to poison the well with the ex.
I need a small, cute girlfriend, okay, who can banter, have fun conversations, all right, around my age, and plays video games, could watch me play video games. I think that would be.
I'll be like, fuck you morons. What is wrong with you? It sounds like? How fucking dare you? Aiko has some really dumb. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say Aiko keeps some really dumb people in her chat, and it's very frustrating because she listens to them, and they always end up burning her afterwards. This has been a cycle, and it's just like, come on. What is this? I hated this conversation, so I was just being flatly ignored. I don't know. I feel like she got in her head like, oh, you're just. I don't know. I'm. Who's this bullshit moron? Sunday's trying to confuse Aiko into submission over something she's never. These people are dumb. Some of these people are dumb, man. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna lose my.
Dude, just for a moment, Sunday sees what I see. Just for a moment, maybe for the fraction of a second, Sunday sees what I see. Sunday sees that not everyone can be saved. Not everyone is touched by the light of the Lord.
Cherub-like demeanor. Some of these people are really dumm. Yeah, people in Aiko's audience want to hurt this woman bluntly. That's what this comes down to. People who have like a stupid like.
Aiko isn't exactly the brightest person ever, either. Oh no, she's so smart.
Boomer old woman.
What?
Attitude towards like. I'm thinking of my mother reading, like watching Judge Judy when I say that, to be honest with you. It's like Judge Judy mentality. It's like when people gossip. You know what I mean? And it's
Judge
like,
Judy mentality?
we are smarter than this, please. We are smarter than this. Aiko is smarter than this. I don't know if the audience is smarter than this. Some of them definitely are. We are smarter than this. Goldship is not someone I personally encountered previously. Please don't get distracted by random chatters. No, I'm mad. I want to get distracted by random chatters. There are people wrong on the internet, and I need to beat them, okay? She got it in her head that you hate her content. What? No, the issue I was having is that she was essentially being railroaded by someone's spin. And the problem is that when you allow that to happen, you become a vector for the spin.
Did Sunday and Aiko have a friend breakup? Friction. Let's just say friction.
Right? That's my issue. And it's like, Connor is a time-wasting clown.
True. Unironically true.
I'm not making statements about Aiko. Aiko's fine. I like Aiko. I respect Aiko as a person. But this was...
Well, maybe you should not respect like people who act purely based off of stimuli. But okay.
Frustrating because it was very obvious that she was compromised on this one, and it was like,
motherfucker, she's compromised in general. She is dumb as bricks. Damn, bro.
It got
She's a dumb broad. She's like the dumbest Asian out there. Okay, jeez, puts a bad name to us Asians.
to a point, and I do interrupt people a lot. In this conversation, I was basically being lectured at when I was trying to make a really important point, and I don't think it was a very weird point.
At least I graduated high school. Damn.
Devil is wrong. The internet mostly called you Rundy and called you fat and crazy or something. I did more damage to Destiny than that slack-jawed yokel will ever manage to do. And he deserved to have his wife leave. And frankly, judging from what I've seen, I can understand why she would think Destiny was an improvement.
Genevieve?
How's that?
That's a name haven't heard in a long ass time.
Anyways, it's perfectly possible the accusations are true. Unfortunately, this person was too stupid to make it possible to discover that. So maybe we'll get some...
Sunday has an Asian fetish. That's why he won't go crazy on Aiko. Bro, Sunday's gay. What is wrong with you, man? Get some help.
more information that confirms things one way or the other. Maybe we won't, but we now have to just wait for that. That's all. That's where we are at. All right. Well, I understand your issue. I just think she felt like you think she's stupid, especially that last comment you made. Oh, about the getting the word wrong. I get words wrong. I was actually very pointed in saying that I get words wrong too. The point is not that she's stupid by getting a word wrong. The point is that she's smart and she got a word wrong. So now imagine somebody stupid. Now imagine we're reading something by somebody stupid. Aiko is not stupid. Aiko is actually a pretty smart person. I actually consider Aiko one of the smarter people I know.
The world is lost. Start over. GG, go next.
Aiko gets words wrong sometimes, as I do. Brooks gets words wrong sometimes. I remember we were going over Anti-Oedipus one time, and he was actually defending to the death that execrable, you know, like excrement.
Inexorable?
Execrable meant venerable, old, respected, because he said ideology, the line
He's not lying. He just mostly knows dumb people. Huh, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, never thought about it. That makes sense.
From Anti-Oedipus was ideology is an execrable concept. He thought it meant venerable, and he argued about it a bit. He was quite wrong. Brooks is a very smart person. He has read Anti-Oedipus multiple times. I am very certain in one of those readings prior, he read it correctly and understood it correctly. He had a brain fart. It happens. Now imagine somebody dumb, right? So no, I was not calling Aiko stupid. Aiko was possibly getting insecure because of an argument. I do not think Aiko is stupid at all. At all. The reason why I wanted her to read Anti-Oedipus
I hope that this is the beginning of a rift that will split the rift of your mom's ass.
as a fail state is because it is unintelligible. The first chapter is unintelligible, and it would be hilarious to watch her try to make sense of it, because I couldn't make sense of it until I read like 20 other things, because it is horribly written. It is horribly written. It's got some moments that are really pithy and poetic and awesome. It's a really good book, but in terms of like communicating anything clearly, it is awful. It is one of the worst things I've...
Oh my god, okay, alright.
You know, and I don't feel like that was the intention the entire way through. I think that was when she was getting frustrated. But like, I think dropping it and then coming back to it was stressful. I think being super direct right away might have worked better. Well, the problem though is that the situation got worse. It got worse as the thing went on. There was more information, right? The fact you annotate your books offends me Sunday. Why? If you don't annotate your books, they're just exactly the same as when you got them from the store. They'll just end up at a yard sale or in a thrift shop afterwards with no new information. My books are also maps to other books. I add value to my books by writing in them. Books are tools. Just use them as tools.
Actually, I think I would have to pay someone to buy it off of me if I ever had Present Sunday's stupid fucking annotations in them. Fuck me.
Improving your tools is a perfectly valid thing to do. It's also leaving your mark on them. People can see where you've gone. I think it's kind of cool. I love books that come in that have annotations if they're, taken care of. Like,
It looks like Pooh Bear if Pooh Bear was a depressed nihilist. You mean if Pooh was Igor? Or the bunny?
I got a copy of Aramis by Bruno Latour recently, and that was used. And that had an inscription on the front from somebody. And I love that kind of thing. So it's like, oh, this was a cool gift that somebody received at one point. And even though this thing's beaten up and whatnot, this thing now has a story behind it, and this is interesting, Whereas this thing that I just bought from the store has no history. It's like, whatever. If I dropped it in the puddle, no loss, I'll buy a new one. Anyways.
Thank you, Sunday.